Hi all, welcome to week 13 of English 1B. It's your professor Ian Jones. So it's the middle of April already. Oh wow, it's April 13th. And remember for us, the semester ends uh, on Wednesday, Wednesday, May 13th, sorry, because we don't have an exam scheduled during exam week because of the nature of this class. It was either a hybrid or an online class before the switch over, so that means that we don't have a final exam during that period. Instead, for us, everything wraps up on Wednesday, May 13th, which means we have exactly 1 month to go. Although, if you're stuck at home like me, it's going to be a pretty long month. I know not all of you are. Some of you have jobs that require you to leave the house and such, but it's going to be a long month, I think, for everybody. So, anyways, 1 month of school work left, which is both, encouraging because it's only a month left, but it's also a little scary because we have a lot to wrap up. All right, so this week, week 13 is mostly about your peer editing session for essay number 3. For this essay, we're going to use another Canvas discussion forum to do our peer editing online, just like we did for essay number 2. So you need to do the following this week. You need to upload your rough draft of essay number 3 by Thursday, April 16th at 11:59. You need to comment on 2 peers' essays by Saturday, April 18th by 11:59. Then you need to use that feedback you get from your peers to write your letter to the reader and revise your final draft of essay number 3 and turn that in along with the letter via Canvas on Sunday, April 19th. Okay, so 3-part process, just like with essay number 2, same deal. I guess the only difference is I'm trying to give you a little bit. I give you an extra day. I think last time I asked the rough drafts to be submitted by Wednesday and then the comments by Friday. I pushed it back a little bit. I didn't want to push back too much because we need to move on to the next project, but I wanted to give you as much time as possible to work on that rough draft if you need it. Remember to upload your files in the Pages format, as I have a PC and I cannot properly open Mac files. So you can send it as a PDF, that's totally fine, but please not a Pages formatted file. Also, if you're looking at these deadlines, Thursday and Saturday, and you're thinking, oh man, I don't want to work on this paper all weekend. I have other things to do. First of all, you shouldn't have other things to do. Everybody's supposed to be social distancing, but I don't know, maybe you have work and things. I know some of you have, jobs that require you to leave the house again, right? So, if you're looking at these deadlines, you're thinking, oh man, I don't want to work on this all weekend. Then, by all means, upload your rough draft before Thursday. Thursday is just the last day to upload your rough draft. The discussion forum is open as of now, so you could go there right now and upload your rough draft if it's ready, and then say a couple other people upload their rough drafts today. You guys could all share feedback and be done with the peer editing by today, right? As if you were if you were to upload early in the week, like Thursday and Saturday are just like the last days to do this work. So please do post earlier if you know you're going to be busy later in the week. Budget your time and post earlier and try to front load your work, right? Do it when you have the time. Anyways, there's just that about the peer editing I thought I'd mention. In addition to the peer editing, which is the main thing we're doing this week, I would say we're also wrapping up our discussion of Cormac McCarthy's The Road, if you're still working on that, or the post-humanism material if you're working on that. Again, we'll use perusal to go through the last chunk of The Road, and we're getting to the end of the book, so congratulations if you're working on that. You're going to finish this book this week. Maybe you've already finished reading it, but you're going to finish commenting on it, engaging with it via perusal. I'm loving the discussions people have in perusal. I go through and read some of it every day, see what people are adding. Sometimes I'll comment, sometimes I don't. Don't take that as like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm trying not to be, I try not to just step on people too much in these discussions and perusal and stuff, because I want you to explore your own ideas. I don't want you to feel like you have to wait for me to validate things or to get involved or whatever. This is supposed to be the space for you guys to discuss things. So sometimes I comment, sometimes I don't, sometimes I upvote things, but don't take that personally or whatever. It's just how I like to get involved. Anyways, I like perusal. I hope you're finding it useful too. If you're working on the post-humanism material this week, there's a short video to watch. and then a discussion forum to participate in. Okay, so no perusal this week if you're working on the post-humanism stuff. Okay, and I would suggest finishing these tasks right away. Either, go through perusal and finish the road, comment on some of it, or watch that video and go to the discussion forum and put your ideas down. You might find a great idea that comes to you for your third paper in one of these assignments. So I would suggest doing that right away as you're working on your rough draft or before you work on your rough draft, whatever. That would be my advice. I know some people like to leave the perusal stuff and whatnot till the end of the week. It's just the nature of an online course. It tends to get pushed that way, but I would suggest maybe think about doing it earlier this week. Next week, we're shifting gears and getting into our last paper, the research paper. So please do read through the instructions for essay number 4 and all the component parts of that essay. I'll put together some more videos this week, discussing my expectations and some guidelines for the final projects for the course. I'll work on that this week. So here's what we're doing this week. Let me just remind you, first, you're engaging with either the end of the road, if you're still working on the McCarthy text, end of the road, or you're watching that video on bioenhancement and posthumanism and commenting in the discussion forum. Okay, so one or the other, right? Like we've been doing. Don't do both, just do either the road or the video and discussion forum. Number 2, everybody's, regardless of which option you chose, you're submitting a rough draft of essay number 3 by Thursday, April 16th. And then number 3, you're commenting on 2 peers' rough drafts by Saturday, April 18th. Let me just correct that here. April 18th. And then you're revising your final draft and writing your third letter to the reader. Remember, there's not a letter to the reader due. So please write that after we do the rough draft peer editing. So revise your final draft, write your letter, and submit these by 11:59 on Sunday, April 19th, so the end of this week. As always, do feel free to email me with any questions or concerns. And remember, I have office hours every day of the week, Monday through Friday anyways, from 1 to 3 p.m. I'm also available at other times too. If you want to make an appointment, just email me. We can set a time up if those times don't work for you. And that's about it for now. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.